Welcome back to the channel. So in today's video, we're taking another look at Luminar Neo. Now, I can't believe this is the second time only we're looking at Luminar Neo on this channel. So before, after. Look at how this has cleaned this image up. And I wanted to show you something that was natural rather than something that could be completely over the top. What I want to retain on this image is I really like the model's freckles. So it's really important that the AI software doesn't retouch out those freckles. So what it's done is it's looked at the image and it's selected the blemishes and removed those. And it's also added a bit of contrast. So what we're going to be doing today is looking at the new portrait functionality within Luminar Neo. So we're just concentrating on how you would retouch a beauty image. We're not looking at anything else other than the portrait section on this video. So yeah, let's get started. Okay, so I've made a virtual copy of my image so we can come back to the one that I've adjusted. And with this virtual copy, what I'm going to do is right click on it, go to adjustments, revert to original. So this is the original file. Now, would you believe I actually shot this on a Fujifilm X-T4? I had a 16 to 80mm f4 lens on there. Okay, so we're getting a 58 megapixel file. I'm quite surprised of how sharp these images are. Portrait section over here. Now, what we're going to do, first of all, is we're going to go to the Skin AI. Now, this has all been updated recently, so follow along, and hopefully this will help you retouch some of your images. Now, this isn't something that's going to replace a professional retoucher. So if you're a photographer that tests models or you shoot portraits, but there isn't a budget for retouching, then this is absolutely something that you should get in your workflow. Inside the portrait retouching tool, we have skin. Let's go to skin first of all. So what we want to do is remove some of those blemishes. Let's ramp that all the way up. So let's go to before and after. What I like about this is it hasn't removed the freckles, as I mentioned before. It has blurred the skin a little bit. So what we can do is just back that off a little bit more. And then we can go to face smoothing. So if we go to that, I don't like it too smooth. It just looks really unnatural. So just a little hint of it works for me. No need for body smoothing. Shine removal. So we've got the shine here and on the nose also. So that looks really nice around there. Again, before and after. Looks good to me. So that's that. Let's go to face. Right, face light. Let's have a look at what this does. So that's going to select the face and it's going to brighten it up if you want it to. I don't want that too much. If you want to slim the face down, I don't know why you would want to. Adjusting the actual appearance of a person other than yourself, I'm not quite sure if I'm down with that, but yeah, it's there as an option. So if you needed to slim down the face, that's there. Right. Also, eyes. Enlarge eyes. Never really want to do that. Eye whitening. Sometimes we want to do that. Eye enhancer. That's going to brighten the eyes up a little bit. Red eye removal. That's going to get rid of those thread veins. Again, use it really, really softly. Dark circles under the eyes. Now you can see that changing. Let's zoom in so we can see that a bit more. Dark circles. Park it around there. Improve eyebrows. Probably a bit too much. Something around there. Looks good to me. So where are we? Before, after, before, after. We've got brighter eyes, we've got clean skin, we've removed those blemishes. What else can we do to this image with the tools we have in Luminar Neo? So mouth, lip saturation. Okay, so that's giving a bit of color to the lips. Sometimes we quite like that. If you don't want the lips to sort of disappear into the same color as the face, yeah, maybe do that. Lip redness. And again, it depends on the image or the client you're working with. If you're working with a commercial client and it's a beauty brand and they're providing you with a lip color or a lip balm or a gloss or a lipstick, then you're going to need to match it correctly. And if you're not working with that, then it needs to look incredibly natural. So you just need to make sure that what you're doing to the image doesn't create too much emphasis on the thing that the image is not about, if that makes sense. So if we were working on a skin serum, we wouldn't want the lips to be too detracting. So if we went like this, we would be a lips focused image. So that's not cool. So we can just remove that. We can have quite nude lips. And then we've got really nice, beautiful, glossy skin. All right, with the mouth tool here, we also have teeth whitening. Have a look, see if that makes any difference. Not so much, but it's there if we need it. And what else? Body, we don't need to utilize that because we're just head and shoulders, mostly head. High key, that is similar to the face light where we'll isolate the face, brighten up the face. So we don't need to utilize that too much, but just looking at the before and after, and then overall before and after so far, looking really nice. Now, the only thing I want to add to this that's outside of the portrait tools is we're going to have a look at light depth. So this is going to create a depth map of your image, and then you can create a isolation of where your light is. With a client like this, I use continuous light, and whereas in the past I used flashlight only, that didn't allow me to shoot motion assets. So now I use continuous, so I can shoot both stills and motion on the same set without having to change anything. But with flash, I would have used a beauty dish with a grid, and that would have isolated the light to the model's face. Now this enables me to just focus down that light onto the model's face, before and after. And again, it's given that image a bit more sort of 3-dimension. That makes sense. So we can also soften that off, slight nuances of changes. We can back off on the light, change the depth on that. Really interesting, right? Overall, before and after, quite a difference between this raw image and this after image. Always zoom out. It's better to see it when you're zoomed out. I feel if we zoom in just like this, so you can see the model's skin, I think we're within the boundaries of an image looking supernatural. What do you think? Let me know in the comments below whether you'll utilize this plugin or utilize Luminar Neo for your beauty retouches in the future. If you have any questions about Luminar Neo, leave them in the comments below. I have a discount as always, and I'll again leave that in the description. If you found today's video useful, please give me a thumbs up. Please consider subscribing and ring that bell if you'd like to be notified of future tutorials. Lots more coming soon. So much more to discover inside Luminar Neo. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you hopefully in the next one. Bye for now.